Okay, looks like live started. All right. There we go. Now I'll see it. Just trying to bring my chat up. Okay. All right, we are live. Today is Tuesday, April 14th. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me good. I need to get my clay ready. So I'm going to move the chat over here where I can actually see it. Clean my hands off now. All right, how y'all see my chat right here? And remind everybody to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because you'll love this channel. All right. I'm weighing out my clay right now. The clay has been pretty soft here lately, and I can't say that I'm super happy about it. It just makes it harder to throw larger pieces when the clay is so soft. So, Leah, how you doing? Yes, we are doing a vertical tomorrow. Wacky Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm over here. I'm weighing out my clay, but I brought my chat over here so I could talk to everybody while I'm doing it, because I didn't really have a chance to get my clay prepared. So that's what I'm doing right now, off camera. I thought I'd at least give you something to look at. Hey, Gail. How you doing, girl? Good to see you in here again. I am not prepared today. I probably should have been, but I'm not. So right now I am weighing out some clay, getting it ready. So hopefully you enjoy the maker in your site right now. Miss Jackie is doing good. She went through her, I thought it was a surgery, but it was not a surgery. I could have swore she told me it was a surgery. It was probably just me not paying attention. However, nevertheless, I think I said something to Leah. I sent you a text on what it was, but anyhow, whatever, it's just so they go down and they look into her esophagus because she's having trouble swallowing or whatever. And so they did that. They did not find anything unusual, which is good, actually. They did take a biopsy of something, but it wasn't super concerning to the doctor when I talked to him. He didn't seem like it fazed him at all. He wasn't anything to be, concerned about, period. So anyhow, that's good. So we have to wait for those lab results, but I'm not concerned about it. I mean, if the doctor wasn't, I don't think I should be. But everything went good today. I was completely exhausted getting up at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning, and I am not used to that at all. Yeah, I'm super glad too that it went well. I'm sure she is too. The poor girl though, she got stabbed probably 9 times. Her veins are very tiny, and they walk. They like move around. So they had a heck of a time trying to get an IV in her. And that's something that she hates the most about going to the hospital. Me, my veins stick out like a sore thumb. They have no problem sticking me, but not her, which is bad. Let's see, about to hurry up and give kiddos a shower, so I'll be back, but you will be on in the background. Okay, cool. I know it's that time of the night for you, Leah. I'm worn out. I was weeding all day from early this morning, early in the afternoon. My body aches all over. Oh, Gail. Yeah, I know what you're saying, girl. I mean, Jackie's been doing a lot of work outside. Of course, getting our yard fixed back up again after such a harsh winter. And so she's been aching quite a bit. I mean, I'm not aching so much. I don't know. I'm glad that I'm not, but I'm not really aching that bad. My mom struggled with that. She ended up getting a port at one point, which was helpful at times, but not any nurse can access it. Oh, so not as much as we originally thought. Okay. Well, I don't think Jackie would like to have that. We're getting chemo or something like that, then I could see having a port put in, which I think they actually do. My mom, I think, had a port that they kept on her because she was getting her treatments. Well, I agree. They did that actually one time where they used ultrasound to find it, her nerves or her veins, and it worked pretty good. But this time, I guess she was the first one to be operated on, or first one in the operating room today, I should say, because it wasn't an operation. But at any rate, they were hurrying, trying to get things done. And nurse, of course, we tell the nurses all the time that Jackie is a hard stick, and she tried. The nurse tried twice. She goes, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. And then the anesthesiologist came in, and he said he would do it when they got her back in the operating room. And then Jackie said that he stuck her several more times, and they actually were numbering them. I guess it's horrible. I mean, it's nothing bad on them. I mean, they're trying their best, so I can't say anything bad about the nurse or anything, or the anesthesiologist, because it's a hard enough job trying to find her veins, so I'm sure they hated the fact that they even had to try so many times. It was hot today. I had my hair in a ponytail and a straw hat. Yeah, it definitely a hot one today. And it's hot in our house right now, and I don't have the air conditioners in, and I cannot sleep when it's hot. I mean, nothing I can do to sleep when it's hot. So I am hoping that the breeze will cool the house off, because we have probably every freaking window open right now to try to get it in. It did rain a little bit, which kind of cooled things off, but it's an invasive procedure. Yeah, for sure. You know. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 8. I have 10 of them done up. I think that's enough. These are 30-ounce balls that I just weighed up. I'm going to try to make a travel cup again. I'm hoping this clay works out for me, because as we know, it does not like to go tall. At least not right now. I really wish that they would send me mature clay. And I guess, you know, they can't all the time, only because, you know, they probably they have to use it constantly. So it's not like they have a bunch sitting somewhere. But I would just love to have some more mature clay to work with, and not so soft. I mean, if I'm going to do like a really large platter, I mean, I still don't even want it this soft. I'd rather have it kind of a little more stiff, you know? So, all right. Let me clean my hands, and I'll get right over to the wheel. I should do an AMS, what do they call that? AMSR day or night, you know what I mean? That way, just one night a week, maybe I just do an AMSR, and probably do it vertically. I don't know. Just a thought, because I know that some people would probably like to just listen to the wheel throwing and the water and, you know, and that kind of thing. It'd be cool if I could do the AMSR outside. That would probably just top it off if I could do that, you know? So, all right. Put you back there. So I hope everybody's doing good this evening. I'm doing very good. A little tired, but hopefully my mic is working good for you. I put it on there and I wasn't sure if it was working or not. Nice drink of iced tea with lemon. No sugar in my iced tea anymore. I got rid of all the sugar in my life. It's really helped me a lot. I'm pretty much down to 190 pounds now, and I'm trying to get lower. And what I'm finding now is I have to work out now. I have to start working my muscles now. So, and I of course gotta do sit-ups to flatten my stomach. So I know we all struggle sometimes with weight gain and that kind of thing. So, and I wasn't really struggling with it, but I came to a point in my life where I wasn't feeling good anymore, you know, so I had to do something about it. Hey, Mike, how you doing there, buddy? We're going to make some travel mugs tonight, at least do the first part of them anyhow. Usually the new clay is hard. Well, Gail, mine's not. It's it's very, very soft. It's so soft. It feels almost like sticky. You know, it's not enough to really stick to my hand, but it's just really, really, really soft. Hey, passerby, good to see you in here. I'm glad you made it. Third one. What does it say? Terry, start walking the dog. Yeah. Yeah, and that's something I will be doing. But I gotta try to fit that in my schedule somehow. Usually I don't get off work till about 5 o'clock until I get home and eat dinner. It's probably 6 to almost 6:30. And I'm doing these lives every night at 7:30. Only leaves me an hour. But I need to be prepared, of course, for the day. So for the live. So it's I don't know. I have to try to work it out in my schedule somehow. Let me move this up a little bit if I can. I kind of don't like that my face is cut off all the time, but I think if I do that, it'll be a little bit better. So yeah, I gotta try to work out my schedule, but you're right. I definitely need to. I was doing every day. As a matter of fact, right now I will be on the treadmill. So I traded my treadmill time for this. I do walk at lunchtime. I walk a mile, and I walk it very briskly. So I try to get exercise at least then. As long as my BMI is good, I'm happy. Yeah, I hear you, Gail. You're bored at work. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But I understand. I understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this. I feel as though I'm in a rock and a hard place right now as far as me leaving my job and doing this full time. Because I feel like I could make this happen very easily and fill my weekends up with shows and stuff and sales. I mean, I live on a major artery. I could simply put my tent up out there, and a sign and sell pottery right from my house, like a yard sale thing. I could easily do that and probably make some decent money at it. So what I was saying was I'm kind of in a tough spot is I think what it is I'm a bit scared of just letting go, putting all my trust in everything. I've been reading the Bible on it, so, but anyhow, that's a little bit about where my head's at right now. So I've been there. I've always liked being busy at work. Yeah, how about it? I mean, it's nothing like going into work knowing that you don't have much work to do. And it's not going to fill your night up or your day up, That's all. I always hated that. My garden has been giving me a real workout the last 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Well, the ground's hard now. You got to break it up. Jackie has started seeds already. I don't know if I guess we're waiting on the guy next door to till our garden, if he will. So we usually wait till he's ready for it, because he does it for free, just out of the kindness of his heart. So we don't ever like to just go and ask and that kind of thing. So when he's ready, he'll come over and he'll just do it. Gardening is hard work, isn't it, Gail? I mean, my wife knows all about it. I do very little of it, but I know it's hard work because then you have to take care of it constantly tending to the garden, pulling the weeds. You know, it's always something, and it's you gotta love it. You have to love it for sure. I'm trying to take it easy with this because it's so soft. If I go too thin, like I normally do, I like to go thin. I don't like a whole lot of weight in my pieces, especially my mugs and stuff, simply because you're going to be putting liquid in it, which is going to weigh it down anyhow. I don't want the piece to be that heavy. And clay being as wetted as it is, it's going to be difficult to keep it where I want it to be, as thin as I want it to be. I could probably trim it out later, but I really hate to do that. I don't want to do as much trimming as I have to. Come on, just go back in. I don't want you so wide up top. Let's see. If it was still working, if I was still working, I'd still be at work. It's busy season, taxes. Oh, you say you did that stuff. Yeah, you would definitely be busy. And it's a lot of evening hours if you're doing that. I've spoken to Ben Wolf, comparing my job with his, not the actual work, but the pros and cons of a self-employed potter versus an employee. Time off is a big one, and he misses out on. That's just it. You get so busy and you have no time because you are whatever you have to make stuff to make money, period. You're not relying on somebody else. So I agree. There is no free. It feels like there is no free time. I can understand that already. But is it truly work if you're doing what you love? So that's the other thing that, this is something I love to do. I just love to do it. I love having my hands in the clay. And could I do this the rest of my life? I feel as though I could. I have no retirement planned. Okay. I have no money back for retirement. And I never planned on retiring because I planned on doing what I love to do. And so if I'm going to be doing this the rest of my life, I'll die sitting on the wheel. I don't care. That's what I wouldn't mind doing. Either that, or I may not be on the wheel, but I'll be teaching somebody how to make stuff on the wheel, right? So either way, I'll have my hand in clay. I'm sure when I get really old, if I make it that far, I won't be making huge pieces. But you never know. Come on, baby. It's going super slow. I do not want to thin this out too much. And I'm trying to go as thin as I can. So I'm just taking it slow. Relaxing movements. It is very physical work. That's for sure. It definitely is physical work. I like it. I just like pottery, and I like it just like pottery you're creating. Yeah, exactly. You're creating is the point. I love creating. It's been my whole life is creating things. Even when I'm designing machinery, I'm creating something because it all has to come out of my head onto the computer, and it's all mechanical, but I'm still creating something. So my best moment is after the creating is getting it put together and watching it function the way I envisioned it to function. And that's kind of the mechanical end of things is kind of wore off on me. I'm kind of done with it. It's a lot of headaches that I don't want anymore. I would rather have headaches of how am I going to make, I don't know, 300 pieces to fill an order. I'd rather have that headache, because to me, it's a lot of work, but to me, it's fun. It's more of a fun thing for me. Is it stressful? It probably can be stressful. I'm not doubting that, but kind of stressful it's going to hurt me in the long run. I don't think so. Not like work is now, So I don't know. I want to do this full time, and I have plans on making it happen by the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I have plans on doing whatever I can to make that happen. I agree, Passerby. Working for yourself, everything depends on you. It does. It definitely does depend on you. And that's where the stress comes in. Especially if you're a person that has a family that's depending on you. Okay? That's, to me, would be probably the more stressful part, is when you have young ones. That would be difficult. I don't have any young ones at home anymore. And now I feel like the time is me. This is about me now, and doing things that I love to do. All right. Now this is 30 ounces of clay. I don't know how much I really need here. I'm just taking a wild guess that this is kind of what I'm going to need. I may change that in the future. So right now I'm using this time that I have to create some new items. And you guys get to work through it with me. Hopefully it's fun for you to watch, because it's fun for me to try to work through. You have to know the cost of each item that you make and your profit and margin. You have to file quarterly and self-employment tax papers. You absolutely do. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Because I want to split that lid, that top, but I don't know. I think I'm going to drop it in, because I didn't keep it thick enough up top, and I really need to have it thicker in order to create a for the lid. This could go good. Let's just try and see what we do here, because I don't know that I can compress this without collapsing the piece, because the clay is, I should have kept it thicker up top, and I didn't. My bad, but now I got to deal with it. So I can try compressing it a little bit, but you're going to see the outside start to bulge out. Because I do have it thin, just not as thin as I typically do. And pay self-employment tax. You don't want to cheat yourself, because it will affect on your Social Security when you retire. Yeah, so my retirement is, I'm going to retire early at 63. I am not going to wait until for extra money. I'm not, unless this is working out really well. I'm not going to wait till 67, I think is what they tell us. You know, I'm not going to wait that long. You have to measure your studio space and then pull all your house expenses and whatever percentage of the space in your studio that you can deduct off the Schedule C, the percentage of your studio. Yeah. Gail, you know a lot about this. You as a consultant. There is a lot to think about. There definitely is a lot to think about. I can help you set up your company on QuickBooks, but then it's up to you each day, each week, put everything in. Okay. I'd pay Gail to do my taxes. Right now, we're doing our own taxes, and you know they're pretty simple actually. But I think for the business, now that I'm doing a lot of sales and stuff, that I'm going to have to probably get some help with it, because I don't know all the tax laws, and I know they change, so it's difficult to keep up at times. You know, when I'm trying to do this, and there's going to be somebody that's going to be knowledgeable of that stuff where I'm not. The next one I do, I need to keep this top. I need to keep the clay at the top, because this is too hard to do it this way. I shouldn't be doing it this way. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try it. Oh, come on, buddy. Just work out for me. What is it beeping for? I have no idea why that thing is beeping at me. No idea. All right, let's put this landing down. So basically what I do is I split the lip, put a landing in the side, and we'll see how this works. I don't think this, I should have kept more clay up here, and I didn't. Yeah, I kind of think Gail doesn't want anything to do with taxes anymore, except for hers. And I can't blame you there. If that's what you used to do, you're probably sick and tired of it. No doubt. I need my rib. Now I just do taxes for free for my family and friends like I always did. Oh, that's cool. Plus, you have to decide if you're going to be a corporation or an LLC. I already have an LLC. I already did all that work. So I'm already listed as an LLC in Pennsylvania. So I got that much of it. I've had my LLC for a long time. I just never really was making a whole lot to do the towel tax thing. And I mean, there for a while we were paying in when I first started it, but once Jackie got sick, then we kind of went a different way, and I had to sell everything off. So then I just left the business at that point. We weren't doing anything with it. So we called the state and talked to them about it, and said, hey, we're starting back up again, blah, blah. So we had to make sure we had everything in order again. We still used the same LLC and everything. We didn't have to get anything new. And the state was satisfied with everything. So now we're back up and running again. So we did do the LLC stuff already. States got to have their money, don't they? Sell any new business needs an attorney and an accountant. Well, I believe you do too, because there's no way that, especially an artist making things, it wants to have anything to do with that stuff. I know I don't, nor do I know much about it. So file, not follow, it hurts my brain. That's good. My son is complicated because he is, I bet that is complicated, because they have taxes over there, right? And stuff, but yet he's working for the US. So God, Gail, that's got to be difficult. I didn't even think about that. I'm sure he's grateful to have you around, though, to work through it, because that's got to be a pain. Last year, there was a lot of forms because he lived part of the year in Vienna and part in Tokyo. Oh, wow. I bet that was interesting to try to figure all that out. All right. What do you think of that shape for a travel mug? Now, I may or may not have a handle on it. Now I have a gallery inside. I'll show you that then once it's going to be hard to show you. I could probably lift the camera up and show you, because I don't want to lean this thing over, because this clay is just, I keep repeating it, but it's soft. So So 30 ounces of clay, that's what it's giving me. The bottom is just a tiny bit thicker. The sides I tried to thin out as much as I could, but within reason because of the softness. I think it's a decent shape. It's a little over 6 inches tall, probably like 6 5/8 tall. It is he taxed twice scale, Japan and US. That's interesting because we help out Japan an awful lot. They had a seminar on how to file your taxes, and he was reading a book, and everybody asked him why, and he smiled and said, "Because my mom does my taxes." 6 5/8. I was right on the money. So actually, he works out good. Works out good for him. Oh, good. Will it fit in a cup holder? Well, that's what I'm hoping. So I think it might be just a touch wide, but it will shrink up. So we will find out. I think it will once it shrinks up. Radio Gail. Since some of the countries don't charge taxes, the UN reimburses him if he has to pay taxes, so that it's fair to all its employees, but you still have to do the tax return and have them review it. Leah says, okay, showers are done now. Approve it. So basically at the end, my son doesn't pay taxes. Well, hey, Gail, if that's the case, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's a pretty sweet deal. I'd say it's a pretty sweet deal. That is a very sweet deal. So these will be pulled in a little bit. I got to cut the gallery out a little bit because of the fluid coming out. I don't want it to have to go over the gallery that I created. So the lid, I'm going to have to decide on the lid what that's going to turn out to be as far as amount of clay. I'm going to keep it a little large because I'd rather bring it down a little bit. So that's going to be the inside of the lid. And right now that measures 3 3/4 inches. I'm saying this out loud, by the way, so that I can always go back to my video and rewatch it and I'll know. So it's not just because I'm saying it to you guys, it's because I can always, it's basically a way for me to document what I'm doing. Okay. So now I'm going to tilt the camera up so you can see the gallery I'm talking about. All right. So you can see that. That's the gallery I'm talking about that I created. Now, when I do the next piece, I'm going to keep the clay a little bit thicker at the top, so it's easier for me to create that gallery. All right. So that's what when I say gallery, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now I got to get you all back to where you were. Is that about where you were? I think that's about where you guys were. Right about there. All right. So I think that's a pretty good. I might make the bottom a little bit thinner or a little bit less in diameter. Let's see. I'll do your taxes for free passerby, but I don't think you want, since I don't know Australia's tax laws. Yeah, you'd have to sit and learn all their laws and stuff. And like you did for your son being in Vienna and Japan. All right. Might have to flip it. Nah, it'll be okay. All right. Taxes are easy these days. Maybe for you in Australia. When we talk about taxes, I work with a guy that said he never paid taxes. I don't know how that's quite possible, being that they pull taxes from your paycheck. I guess what he meant is that he doesn't do a tax return. It's probably what he meant. But yeah. I said, well, dude, one of these days you might get a knock on the door by Uncle Sam wanting to check your tax records. Let's see. You don't have to go to an accountant anymore. That's good. We don't either, but we're going to have to when it comes to this business. I know how to do foreign income. A lot of people have foreign income from investments. Oh, yeah. I have none of those. That's something I never really got much into, is investments, like 401ks and stuff. I don't know. I just never trusted anybody with my money, good or bad, how that is. I just never did. I don't know. See, I'm not even adding a lot of water to my clay because it's already wet. It's just, and I never really do. If you watch, I never really do add a lot of water to my clay. He won't be happy when he goes to apply for Social Security. Who's that? I mean, I've had decent paying jobs my whole life. So my Social Security should be decent, but it won't be, with inflation, it won't be enough. I'm sure it won't be enough. I think that's done on purpose. But that's another story. At this point, I feel like we have taxation without representation. That's my view on our government. They tax our paycheck before we even get it, and then we pay taxes on everything we buy. It ain't right. I mean, do you really own your home? Don't, man, don't even get me on started on this crap, because that's why I created that other YouTube, is the rabbit hole, because is it the bunny hole or rabbit hole? I can't remember what it is, but because I wanted to use that channel to talk about that kind of stuff. Oh, okay. I got you, Gail. Yeah, you're right. He won't have any kind of Social Security for sure. And I'm going to keep my clay at the top. Hey, Cynthia. Good to see you in here. Yep, keep that thickness. Bring it in just a tiny bit. Not me. I don't like talking about any of that stuff. Yeah, I know, Gail. It sounds political, but at the end of the day, it's really not. It's more about we the people. But I'm not going to bring that into my chat today. I've talked enough on that. We'll see that for another channel. I like the fact that there are so many artists on YouTube. So many people making stuff. I just think that's so wonderful. All right. I thin that out about as much as I really want to. I really need to add a shape to this thing. Let's see. Let's start with, I like the rounded bottom. Let me cut this away. Matter of fact, let me use my other tool to cut some of that clay away. Not owning your own home after paying off the mortgage is a cop-out why people can't do it. Yeah, well, in the United States, you got to pay taxes every year on your house. Now, do you really own your house? If you don't pay your taxes on your home, they can come and get it. Is it really your house? Anyhow, like I said, there's a lot of nice artists on YouTube. A lot of makers making furniture, making stuff out of wood. There's people making lures, fishing lures. All kinds of creative people out there. And I'm so glad they're sharing it. I feel like the generations to come aren't going to have any of that knowledge. But since they're so adept to using their phones and iPads and all that kind of silly stuff, they'll be able to look back on these videos because they'll be around. These videos will be around forever. So really, people like myself and others are helping to create a library for them to look back on and maybe, just maybe, inspire them to do something creative. Let's see. Passed by, there are taxes high in Australia. For sure, Gail. Socialist countries are expensive to live in. Don't even get me started. 2 words, eminent domain. Exactly, Leah. Oh man. Taxes are high in Vienna, but you get a lot of services for it. Well, yeah, and you think we have a lot of services here, but socialized countries, that's all they've got, is services. I mean, I hear that in Canada, you got to wait months just to see a doctor, which is crazy. But that's what you get when you have services like that, and you don't, people can't just get their own stuff like we do here in the States. I mean, if you step outside this country and you look back to it, you see that we are doing very well, despite, the things that we do have going on in this country. So I made the bottom a little bit narrower this time. I understand the tax side of the home ownership. You're paying that and more when renting. Yeah, I probably are. Right here we pay property taxes on our houses, and it's reassessed each year, which really sucks. I mean, the reassessment, I feel like they take advantage of us. At least in my area, I feel like we're being taken advantage of. because they raise our home prices. And then when you go to try to sell it, nobody wants to buy it for that price. You know what I mean? I like the other shape that I did, but I went in a little bit here. I have to make this wet. Okay. All right. But with this, I want to bring this up and in a little bit. So I want this to come up like this and in like that. I don't know if anybody remembers the old Coke glasses and stuff like that. I like that shape. It feels really comfortable to the hands when you're holding it. And whether this would have a handle on it or not, I think it would still feel good in the hands. Trying to keep that water out of the bottom. I just don't want this thing getting too soft down there. Oh, by the way, Murray, I was going to say, if you wanted to move and show to 8 or more at 8:30, I would be upset, but only if it would be more convenient for you. I heard you mention that. Yeah, because I usually try to get my exercise in, and I would typically do it around 7:30. So it doesn't leave me a whole lot of time to get set up for doing the lives. I don't know how many people more I would get or less I'd get going in at like 8:30. I really don't know. I suppose I could always ask AI about it, huh? Or ask the YouTube algorithm and see when people are watching this kind of stuff the most, you know? All right, there we go. Leaving that clay up there actually helped a lot. Now I'm just trying to form that a little bit better. We definitely have to work through this design and refine. I'm just trying to form that gallery so it's strong enough to handle a lid being put on all the time. So I think that will work. I'm going to shape it back in a little bit more. Every year here, you have to pay registration and other tax to drive your car. Well, we do that here too. Plus, we have gas tax. We have a registration that we have to pay on. Plus, now we have I'm in York County here in Pennsylvania, and You have to have admission tests, which I think a lot of states have that now, but not all counties have it. But anyhow, so we got to pay that now too. It's just they add a lot to us, you know. They add a lot on us, taxes. The last shape was nice. Oh, I see. Yeah, it makes sense. That's sure here too. I forgot about that. I just paid yearly registration for my car. Yeah, exactly. They tax everything. Now that one's a little bit wider up top. This will probably be a little bit more fluid in it. You could probably handle a lot more fluid in it. But the bottom's a little bit more narrow. Round that bottom off a little bit. And smooth it out so I don't have to later. I mean, I think I like this shape. It might be a little bit bulky up top, but it's going to hold a lot more liquid. I'm glad I did this sponge thing. It helps me so much. All right, so I think I got a shape, or at least a concept that I like. Get some of the water off of this thing. Clean that inside edge up better. I think it's a pretty good shape so far. Okay, good. Let's see. Oh, life is expensive. It sure is, Gail. It is expensive. That's why we're foolish to not do the things that we love to do. I mean, if it's going to be expensive, you might as well try to enjoy it the best that you can. Working all the time is not, at least working for something that you don't want, or you don't like, or you're not happy with, is not, I think, the way things should be. You should be doing what you love to do. That's the same height as the other one. The same height. It's a little bit more, but it'll hold more liquid that way. We'll see what else I come up with. It could be just straight sides, like in a V shape. I could do that too. Maybe I'll do one like that just to kind of see what that shape looks like. And then once I get an idea, then I'll just start making all my mugs that way, or at least the travel mugs. But then I say my go-to, any day above ground is a good day. Amen. That is for sure. Got a little bit going on, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's on these sides here. I think we can deal with it anyhow. I'm not making a plate, so. I'd love to be making some plates right now. I have some clay laying out so that it can get a little bit harder. My next job is here. Have a great night. All right, passerby, you have a good night yourself. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello and talking. Now I realized, why can't I hire a gardener? Let's see. Yeah, it's 8:30. Feels pretty good. All right. Actually, I talked about making it more like that. I have some clay down there. I could actually pull that up and make it that way. Make it more like that. That's all the clay I have really there. I don't really have much there anymore. Should be a little bit taller than the other ones now since I brought that in. So it's a little bit more of a V shape. Oh, you're back. Awesome, Cynthia. I had to pattern on the page who had to tell me that I should be ashamed for being Hispanic, who is proud of being Hispanic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You should be proud. You should be American. No matter who you are, what color you are, if you're born here, you should be proud of your country. Oops, that's okay. I can still manage that. All right. It's easier for me to do this over here. Oops, I just screwed that up. Just screwed the pooch on that one. Let me see if I can fix this back. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. There we go. Let me just fix it back up. I think I'm too wide anyhow. I'll bring it in a little bit, it'll help. Just gradually bring it in a little bit. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Am I missing? Oh, geez, Lewis, I'm glad I wasn't there. It was more about who I voted for. Jeez. We're more of a nation of settlers, which is different from immigrants. Through war, having historical, accepted legal immigrants, and larger numbers and than any other nation, hands down. I agree. I definitely agree. We've taken in a lot of immigrants. Which I'm fine with, legal. Bring all the legal in if you can. I mean, just make them good members of society, Dang, Nevin, I keep doing that. And now it's going to force me to keep doing it. Let me see if I can force it back. All right. This clay is so soft, and doing this is just, it's like almost ought to wait to put this in until it hardens a little bit more. It's so hard to do it when it's this soft. Slowly forming that gallery. I need to bring it in a little bit though. I'm kind of stretched out trying to fix all that. All right. I wish you guys, this is where I wish I had another camera. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do on the inside in here. But I did fix it. It worked out. I'm shocked because it looked like it was going to rip right off. So, let me get some of the water out of here. And I think I'm going to do swirls on this mug. Important and loving, accepting, and smart, hardworking people. Put my hands together. Okay, Gail. Yeah, I think I was going a little fast, wasn't I? I think I was going a little fast, Gail. All right. The outside's already pretty wet. There you go. I like the swirls, guys. I don't know if anybody else likes them, but some people don't like throwing marks, but I do. Throwing marks are like fingerprints. There's never two the same. All right. At least your thumbs are touching and slowing as well. Yeah, I gotta get better at making that down there, that gallery. It's just so soft, Gail, that when I'm up there, it's almost turns to mush, and it's horrible. It's just quite the pain in the butt. What time is it? 9 o'clock? Good. All right. But I think that'll be a decent travel cup or mug, whatever I decide to do with that. And that one is a lot taller. Well, it's seven. It's actually not. It's 6.5 inches, so I'm wider at the top. Wow, it's the same as those other two that I did. So I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad at all. We could probably bring it in just a little bit. See there, just make them wider at the top. If I set it to my largest diameter, I can always trim it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So that is at 3 7/8. 3 7/8. I never did trim that off of there. Oops. I'm going to get a good travel mug. One that I like. All right, there we go. I think it's got a good shape to it. Will it fit into cup holders? I think so. It's just as narrow as the other ones on the bottom. I should have started my post with try. I didn't even mean to sound bossy. You're not bossy. I understood what you meant. Well, there's my puppy. My 5-year-old puppy. I don't know what she's barking at. She don't like it when mom goes outside without her. I know she don't like it when I go to work in the morning. Even though she spends very little time with me down here. And then when she's down here, she likes to freaking lick the floor and lick the clay and stuff. I don't know of any dog that likes to lick clay. I have no idea why she's doing that. She just, and I have to holler at her, of course, because I don't want her doing that. But I figured dog stomachs can probably take a little bit of grit, you know. They're eating off the ground all the time anyhow. Oh, Jackie, you're on? Okay. Bella either? Yeah. Then you know they're attached to you, you know? We took her to Lowe's and Home Depot last weekend. And she did really, really good. Like people would want to come up and pet her, and she would sit down and let them pet her, which for a terrier is really good because terriers are jumpy. You know, they're wound up. They got lots of energy, and she really behaved herself. Some people were scared to death of her. They'd back away. They didn't want to get too close to her. But I don't think anybody would ever bring a dog into those places that wasn't, you know, a nice dog to take places like that. I mean, I couldn't imagine taking a dog that's been bitten that doesn't like people into a place like that. But Sadie loves the attention. They definitely are, Gail. Don't you sound like a mean dog? I think if somebody that wanted to break into the house heard that bark, it would definitely deter them, I think. Oh, is that a thunderstorm? I think we're having a thunderstorm up here. Which doesn't surprise me. I mean, it was warm today. And now with that rain, it's cooling off. It looks like I'm going slow. I'm doing it intentionally. This clay just needs more age, I think. That's my opinion. I think it needs more age. All right, so let's do the bottom here. So I've got all the clay out of the bottom that I can get. I'll bring that bottom in a little bit and try to pull some of that clay up. Just trim that little bit off. Trim that little bit off. Sort of like that. I've been a little bit conservative with my wall thickness with this, so I'm not completely happy with that. But I suppose if I wanted to, I could trim or cut into the mug and create a design, which would take some of that out if I wanted to, I guess. All right. So clearly what I was doing wasn't really working for me. Can I do it another way? Now this proved that I can. I just created that with my fingers. I'm gonna bend that around a little bit to create just a little bit of thickness on that on that gallery. There we go. Getting dry. There we go. That actually was a lot less painless. So I like that. That works for me. All right, so I'm doing a swirl. Matter of fact, let's get a little bit of wetness on the outside of that glass. Sweet dreams, feel better. Oh, Jackie, you're going to bed? All right. Hey, y'all. Meet Harrisburg. Good night, Auntie. Good night. All right. Love you too, dear. You have a good sleep. Try not to snore too much tonight. Nah, she don't really do that. Looks like my live is getting kind of weird looking. Does it look like it's still okay, guys? The live? This storm might be having an effect on my signal. Dang, actually, there's some pretty ridiculous storms out tonight. Okay. There is. There's one coming through here, apparently. How about you, Gail? You have any storms down your way? I can hear it thundering outside. The signal's okay? Yeah, sometimes it looks like it gets fuzzy for some reason. And I just don't know if it was just my end or if it's broadcast that way. So that kind of goes in down there. But I don't mind that shape. I like the shape. And that's still exactly what I need there. I mean, I could probably bring it in a touch, but it's really, really not bad at all. Bring it in just a little bit. Yep, that's it. All right. That looks pretty good. Not yet, but they're expected. Oh, geez, yeah, you're getting hit with a wall right now. Pulling edge of the storm front. Okay, well, that would make sense to what I'm hearing. Leah is the storm chaser. She will know. Yep, I think that looks pretty good. So that's the shape of that one. I did bring it in a little bit in the bottom here. I like the swirl. I don't know. I think other people do too. Ooh, that's a good one. Well, if my power goes out, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Because that power goes out, I'll lose signal for sure. But if I suddenly drop out, you'll know why. Thank you, Cynthia. You heard that one, Gail? Yeah, it was a pretty good size one there. I used to live in Littlestown, and we lived on top of a hill, and we had underground power wires. They were, and they had the big green boxes and stuff, and we had 2 trees out in the front yard, and Dad planted them right over where the lines went, the power lines, or right close to them. And it was interesting because every thunderstorm we had, being at the top of the hill, and also we had a huge tower at our house as well, because that's how we got our TV, So we had one of those towers that went way above the house and for the antenna. And anyhow, I loved thunderstorms at that house. I'd sit out in the front porch and watch these thunderstorms come through. And there were so many times that those trees out front got struck by lightning. And to be that close and to witness that was just incredible. I mean, it was loud. It was louder than anything I've ever heard in my life. And it just cracked. The crack was so loud, and it's such a bright light. And I just loved it. I mean, it's scary at the same time, but I loved it. And so now every thunderstorm, I still like to go out in the back porch and watch the storm. Always loved thunderstorms. That would scare you. Oh, okay, Leah. Thank you. Lots of lightning. It sounds like a big storm. It really does. I heard the rain there for a little while, and it was so loud I could hear it in my basement. That's how loud it was. And now I hear the crackling stuff going on. But being in a brick house, I don't feel the rumble like I did when I lived in a regular stick-built house. When I lived in a stick-built house, it would just rumble the house. Also, not chasing these jays, just watching. I've got a grandson that is fascinated by storms. Right now, he probably can't even sleep because he's probably looking out his window at these thunderstorms. And he's fascinated with tornadoes. And like earlier today, when it rained a little bit, it was brief, but it rained. And he was out there and he's looking and he said, right there's a rainbow. He saw the rainbow, and then he looked off in the other direction and said, oh, look, there's rain coming. You can see the clouds, and he's like, there's rain coming. He's going to be what do you call that? I think he'll be a storm chaser, if you ask me. I mean, he might be a meteorologist, but I think he'll be a storm chaser. Just because he's so fascinated with them. Who isn't? Tornadoes are awesome. Meteorologist, yeah. I had to think of the name. I hate that when you can see it, but you can't say it. It would kind of suck to have the power go out when I'm midway up my piece I'm throwing. I kind of grabbed a lot of clay that time and it just dried out on me. And I don't like stopping in the middle. It's almost like a no-no with me. I don't like stopping in the middle of my way up. Also, Jason's day is be right back. Bella wants outside. Oh boy. I hope she's not scared of the storm. Uh, how old is he? I guess he's 6, I think. I think he's 6 years old. I'm going to have water in my basement now. Always get water in my basement when it rains. Which is okay because there's really nothing down here that's going to ruin, but at the same time, it sucks. So get water in my basement. An old house, and it needs a little bit of help. Alrighty. So it seems like I get a consistent, 6 to 7 people in here. All right. I need to get my rib in here. Smooth this out as much as I can. Smooth it out only to put throwing marks in it. But I like the throwing marks. All right. Oh, that's cool, Leah. It's a good age, you know? Need to support this wall as I'm pushing down on it. There we go. Let's bring it all back in again. There we go. Nice little gallery. Definitely works better than the way I did it the first couple times. All right, so let's make this shape the way I want it, and then we'll put swirls on it. And then we're probably about ready for wheel talk. All right. Let's check the opening. I'm going to bring it in just a touch. Just a touch. Yep, that'll work. Let's do the side. Nope, I didn't do that very good. There we go. Keep saying I gotta get a mirror, gotta get a mirror. So I don't have to lean over so much. I can just sit here and watch myself. When you're done tonight, will you please bring a fan in? It's really hot in here. Yeah, I figured it would be hot. I figured that. Turn on the ceiling fan. Keep the door open. I mean, it's a good and a bad thing about a brick house is when it heats up, like during the day, it keeps on heating the rest of the night. Because it just radiates. Uh-oh. I bet you got rain in the window. All right. And there's that one. All right. Clean my mess up here. I'm gonna put the mirrors. Now I need a mirror, a small mirror to go on my wheel. That's what I need. Is it going fuzzy sometimes? Not too bad though. The floor in our bedroom is soaking wet from the rain. I'm sure it is. That window was open the whole time. That's why I said I bet that floor's wet. Yeah, probably should. I probably should go help her. I mean, we're just about done anyhow, I guess. Yeah, we left the bedroom window open so we get some air. So I'm sure it rained in that window. So, and I didn't even think about it. Yeah, open window. What time is it? Yeah, it's about 9:30. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to call it quits. Go help my wife out. She's in need. So I can clean up the floor. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I had a good time talking to all of you. And that's what we did. Not a whole lot tonight. Just experimenting with shapes and stuff. So, yep, I will. I'll take care, definitely. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Passerby. I'm sure he's gone by now, but yeah, thank you all for stopping in and watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, you're still here. All right, Cynthia. All right, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna go help my wife. So you guys all have a blessed day tomorrow. All right, good night.